All right, everyone. I think we are live. Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. Welcome back to the Unconventional Mindset. My name's Adum, and what are we doing here? As always, we're working towards building a $1 million company, or more specifically, a company that's going to generate us $1 million in revenue every single year. And of course, the big thing that we've been working on, I guess for the past few months now, is Pixel Pieces, which is our brand new WEBFLOW template and component library. So I figured one thing that we would do today is, now that we're trying to get people onto this website, is just do a little bit of cleanup here on this homepage, specifically this kind of section where you kind of land and hit the homepage. This image here is just kind of a placeholder. Number one, it's out of date. There's only 21 components, and we have 100 so far. And and the image is really blurry. So it just doesn't really look very professional at all. And one thing I noticed, so actually I had someone take a look at it yesterday during one of my coaching calls or sessions that we had. And this was kind of the big thing about kind of what he said was, hey, I want to see the components like as quickly as possible, right? Let me kind of see what's going on. So I'm trying to think about what we can do here to make this more, I don't know if we can actually make like a collage of the actual components, or if we should bring this up higher. I'm not exactly sure what we should do, but let's play around with some ideas and let's see if we can come up with something. And one thing I just want to mention real quick about Google Ads. So we did another ad yesterday, which was our Canada only campaign, and we launched it. And it has like 0 impressions, which means like it's not getting shown like at all in any way whatsoever. So I'm not sure what the hell is going on with that. Remove 2 redundant keywords. Add business logo. So I don't know. It seems to be. Let's just dismiss all these. Yeah, I'm not sure why. I have no idea what's going on. Kevin, good morning. How you doing? Happy Friday. So like none of these are getting any impressions at all whatsoever. So I don't know if I need to get on the handle with somebody from Google. I did get a message and a phone call, somebody from Google, when I first signed up the account, and he gave me like his phone number or contact information. So maybe I can get on the call with somebody to figure out what the hell's going on and why these ads aren't running like at all. And maybe I can get some information or clarity around the trademark issues with at least trying to promote in the United States. So anyways, that's just the update here. Nothing's really going on with it. So like the traffic has just kind of died from Google Ads. So whatever, I don't know. We'll figure that out, I guess, soon, maybe over the weekend or what have you. Anyways, but today, what I want to do today, is I want to see what we can do with this homepage. So let's get into our WebFlow here. So I had a couple ideas. So number one, this thing here is just an image. So maybe what we can do is we can actually like recreate like actual components, or like recreate the dashboard so that it's responsive with the actual page itself. So we can kind of do that. We can kind of create like a dummy version, or not a dummy version, but like a simplified version of what the dashboard looks like. And we can do that here. And then maybe we can put it off to the side here. So the one thing that I did notice yesterday when someone was taking a look at it, I think they were looking at it on like a MacBook, and because they were sharing their screen. And the only thing that showed up was basically up to, like if I make this a little bit smaller. So I think, hang on a second. What is this stuff here? Let me close this one down. I think it was showing up to something kind of like here. Like that's all someone can see when they were logging in. Oh, let's close this thing as well. So, and I would like someone to see kind of the components like when they first like hit the site, right? So I was thinking like can we do like a collage of components or something? I don't know if that makes any sense. I think here's what we'll do. Yeah, this is really going to be playing around with some ideas. I probably should sketch things out first, but we'll work here. I'm going to duplicate this. And we're just going to say home new just for now. So we don't screw around with our current home page. And let's, well, we don't need to worry about putting out a draft. So Kevin, you like the idea, maybe add a parallax scroll on the components as they move through the hero section. So you like the idea of, I think I gave kind of two ideas. The first one was maybe having the components kind of just around everywhere. And then the second one was having like a live view of what the dashboard looks like when you log in, which will be a live view of this. Brent, welcome. Happy Friday. What about a demo video in the hero on how easy it is to pick components and edit them? Yeah, that's 100% on my list of things to do, is to make a demo video. And I think we could do both, in the sense that we can have a button here on the homepage, which will be like watch the video or whatever it is. Or maybe that's the video down here where it's like the big video and then they can click to play. But then up here, have some components that are visual that people can kind of see. So yeah, both really good ideas. Definitely need to have a video. And that's in the pipeline. Trust me, I'm working on that because that's definitely needed. Okay, so, but what I'm thinking here, let me pin this here. Let me zoom in a little bit so you guys can see a little bit better. Okay. So what do we got? We got this hero section here. Okay, let's take this out. Okay. So Kevin, components scattered around hero would be cool. Something I've noticed on mobile is that the nav bar feels crowded to me. Maybe tuck the login button into the menu, since most I don't use this on mobile. Oh, that's right. On mobile, I do show the login button. Log in, log out, and then get access. Yeah. It's hard to see here because it's on the like everything is visible here, but yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, because there's no even real point in logging in on mobile, because it'll just kick you out. Because it'll say that it's like if you go to the dashboard page, you'll just get this if you log in, right? But I guess you can still go to your account page. I think there's a member, because you can still go to your account page if this will load up. And yeah, people can't use the site on mobile, but is it good to still give them access to it? But I see what you're saying. Maybe talk the login button into the menu. I think, oh, I can't even do it here too. I think I shut it down for everything. Okay. So yeah. So maybe we could put the mobile. I'm going to just write that down. Because it's a little bit of a different issue than fixing up the home page here, but I like that. So login button in menu on mobile. Okay. So Brent, maybe small components in the background in the hero around the text in the hero. Yeah, I think I know what you're saying. It's almost like the effect that they're kind of floating behind the text. Yeah, I think I see what you're saying, and I think, yeah, let's lay something out. So I think you guys are both saying kind of around the same thing. Yeah, but okay. So then it's a question of, well, okay. Another thing to increase conversions is ask for testimonials of current users. Yeah, so that's the question. That's the chicken and the egg. We got to get some users first, and then get some, and then we'll get some testimonials. Yeah, testimonials will fit. They'll probably go somewhere like right here, actually, probably below. And I think there's probably, yeah, I even have it here. It's already built and ready to go. I just have it not displayed. So how do customers feel? And there's like testimonials here. So yeah, it's already built. We just gotta get those testimonials. So yeah, we just gotta get those users using the app. Okay. So have I launched on Product Hunt? No. So, but it's definitely on the pipeline, and that's definitely what we're going to be spending the next week or two figuring out, because there's just a couple things that I want to do first, and that's like what we're talking about. Just clean up the homepage, the landing page, get a couple videos out the door, so that way when I try to promote on Product Hunt, that I have most of my ducks in a row, so that'll give people stuff to look at other than, hey, here's a website and there's nothing there, right? Like I want to have a couple blog posts / tutorials kind of ready to go. They won't take too long to do. Have a nice landing video as well that shows me and kind of explains what it is that we do and how to use it. Although, I mean, people pretty much will, if they know Webflow, they know components, they're going to get it right away. But all that stuff, we're going to work on that over the next week or so, and we're going to get ready to launch on Product Hunt. And of course, I need to learn what's the best like tools I can use, not tools, the best strategies that I can use to make sure that the launch is as successful as it can be. And I guess from what I know is just getting people to actually go on there and like upvote it or whatever the case may be. So I need to figure all that stuff out, because I've never used Product Hunt. I don't go on Product Hunt. So I just want to make sure that, yeah, I don't know if you have like a one chance to do it and to get it right, and you can just like, you can't just consistently like re-release your product on Product Hunt. So I just want to make sure I get it right. But it's gonna happen. Okay, so for this, I wonder if we could just maybe sketch something up on Figma a little bit faster, now that I think about it. So let's go. No, not now, please. Later. Okay, so let's go. What do we want to do here? I know I designed this in Figma before. Do I have oh, I have something here. Let's open this up. Okay, here's our initial design. And we're pretty close. We're pretty close. Okay, so let's... Okay, let's take this here. Yeah, let's go from here. Let's actually... Okay, I know what we'll do. How do I copy this? Can I just copy and paste? Yes, all right. Let's just call this hero section. We just want to update the hero section. And let's just delete everything down here. We don't need any of this stuff. Oh, and I was deleting from... Oh, no, okay. This is good. This is fine. Delete this, delete this. Okay. So I'm just going to make this kind of look as similar as possible to what we have. And how do we... Oh. This is the spacing. Oh, okay, there we go. Spacing is a little bit tighter, something like that. Um, let's actually just copy the text so it's the same. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. And I think for this text, I think I have them a little bit. Yeah, that's kind of more like it. And then the button here. Did I make this into a different type of create an instance? Where's the main component? Oh, okay, this was before I knew about creating components that have like different styles or whatever. That's not even the right word. What is it in Figma when, where am I going? Take me to this page. Oh, okay, here we go. Yeah, when you have a component and you can just change different aspects of it. I totally don't know what it's called. But like I have these components here. Like I know when I have a button, I can go here and I can change these different variables. So I can change the type of button it is. Anyways, I can't remember what this is called. Yeah, variance. Yeah, I think that's what it is, right? Yeah, variance of your component. Anyways, yeah. So this is before I knew about variance. Anyways, so how do I update this thing? Because local components, swap instance. I don't know, but maybe I can just change the fill. Is it even gonna oh, that's the stroke. I was changing the stroke. I don't want a stroke. I want a fill. Fill is blue, and then the color is white. Sorry, I just want to hack this up real quick here because this isn't what's super important. Okay. Okay, so this is kind of how the website looks like. So actually we do have one more button. I think there's a, yeah, get started. Get started and explore components. Get started. I don't think I capitalized that. And explore components. And this one was reversed. Oh my goodness. So we could do something like this, where this goes more onto the left side. And then we kind of have components floating here on the right side. And then right below, then we'll have the video. But like what components would look good kind of floating around? Let's take a look at what we've actually done. Oh, I'm not looking at layers. Here we go. Hmm. Yeah, we got checkboxes, radio, like pagination. Oh, we actually haven't designed these yet. We did do some sliders. We did toggle switches. So toggle switch might look. I paste this here. Actually, I don't want to paste the whole thing. But I just want to get. All right, I'm just gonna grab. We're just gonna grab some things and we'll throw them around and see if we can make things look half decent here. Accordion. An open accordion. Breadcrumbs. A date picker. That might not be that bad. Oh, that needs. I should probably have a white background on there. A tag. Maybe progress bars, I think, would be kind of neat. Avatars, logos. Oh, that's not mine. I think this whole thing here, I think looks good. If we can group that into something, which is just like a header. Shift G, I think. Nope. Control G. There we go. Put that into a group. Hero. I don't think we could do much for a hero. Call to action. Something like this one. Kind of looks like it might be something that might be neat. I don't know. Let's take it. Reviews. Seem to be taking up. They might take up too much space. Testimonials. Maybe. Testimonies or reviews are very similar. This one might be all right. No, a team page. Maybe something like that. Throw that in here. And forms. Oops. I keep holding on the wrong button. I mean, this whole form looks pretty good with all the, like the icons and stuff. Very nice looking form. But this one's really big. Like that's just huge. All right, so maybe we can just take some aspects of it. Let's throw it down there. Okay, is there anything else that we missed? Let's go back. Typography, colors, icons. I mean, I guess obviously a button would be good. A drop-down element would be pretty cool. Like the input field, and then have a drop-down. All right, let's throw it in here. And then oh, this is interesting. We'll have to maybe just build a drop down just for funsies from that. Checkbox and radio. And maybe pagination like this. Oop. Okay, so yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot of stuff. So, right off the bat, I'm going to want to change the background of the whole thing here to white. So how do we do that? See 6 colors. This is probably the background here. Change that to white. Okay. So we need to find out a way to make sure that if we have this kind of floating like components, that like the buttons and everything else is not going to draw away from the attention of like the actual call to action buttons. If that makes any sense. And I also feel that every component that we make in here should have some kind of, like it should have some kind of outline. So people could know like which component is which. Or does it need to be? I don't know if it needs to be. I don't know. Am I going on the right track here? I feel like. Yeah, this is really busy. This is really busy. I feel if, where's this thing? This guy here. I'm just going to put you up front. If we had things floating underneath it, I wonder if that might be a little bit too busy. You know, if like components are below. Like I feel like what I want to do here is I want to put this in a layout because I want to give it a stroke. And the color, do we have it in the libraries? Yeah, we do. So good. But then I want to give it like padding. Oh, okay, great. I can just do it right through here, which is perfect. Yeah, just give it a little bit of a border radius, right? Yeah, so we got something like this. So like here's a component. And I wonder, this one's a little bit big. Let's tone it down quite a bit here, actually. And put this person, where's this person, this text. 24, maybe make that 18. Oh, what the hell just happened? Oh no. And then each icons. Whoops, not 187, 18. There we go. And same thing here, give this a stroke. And 20, 20. And yeah, and then we kind of position them around. I guess some of them that are like this, that are blue or a tooltip, don't necessarily would need like a stroke around it. Oh, this is the whole thing. This isn't, I need an instance of it. There we go. Go up there. All right, Shift A. Oh, maybe that's too much. Stroke. Might look nice even if some things are kind of contained, but some things just look more like they're floating. Library and, oh no, not 200, 300. Yeah. What about drop shadow instead of an outline? I have a pretty big dislike for drop shadows, to be honest. So I'm probably going to stay with, unless we do something funky. Yeah, laugh at it. Unless we do something cool where we can almost have like, I think I'm getting way ahead of myself here, but having like an effect where you hover over top of each one and it follows like your mouse cursor and it has a little bit of a drop shadow as you're going over top of it. What these are going to be in the actual like in the code or in Webflow, is I'm actually going to build the components within there. So they're actually going to be interactive. So you can like hover over them and they'll have like the different animations, whatever. Like they won't be clickable, but they'll have animations. So we'll be able to animate them in different ways. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. But yeah, drop shadows. Yeah, I want to keep it clean. It's not my style. Just being honest. But that being said, I think once we get into Webflow, you're certainly willing to give a bunch of different things a try. Okay, so make this a little bit smaller. Bring this in a bit. And I think we'll actually just delete that author for this testimonial. Ooh, yeah, that doesn't look that great. Maybe it's just even a spacing thing here. Yeah, this one's not too hot, but oh, this one I could change the variant. What if we put it to this is hover. Oh, no, not disabled. Active? Yeah, that's better. And left icon. We could change the icon. Option. Oh, that's weird. What's going on there? Ugh, that's weird. I had to figure out how to change the icon. Anyway, it's not important for right now. Okay, right. So we have options here. So let's take an option here. Right, and this option, can we change the icon? No, we can just change the state. And we change the text. And the icon, we just have to just select another icon. What size is this? 278? What size is this? 300? We need to make a box that's going to go around these options because I want to do basically this. Right? And, well, I guess we can just maybe create a rectangle. I think the width is 300. And the height needs to be, I don't know, something like this. Fill is going to be white. And let's give it a stroke. I don't know what color we should give it. Maybe this one. And the rounded corner. Oop. right? Something like that. Okay, we'll just leave that like this for now. Okay, now actually drop down. You go inside there as well, so I can move you around as one. Okay, that's too much. I like this, but maybe there's the different things that we can pull out here from that. Okay. Yeah, this is much better doing this here in Figma than trying to do it in WEBFLOW. Okay. How do we collage this thing now? I think that's the question. Do you guys think it would look better if everything here, this is in the middle, and then everything is kind of like around, surrounding it here from the top? So there's a little bit, you know, maybe a little bit of breathing room, like whatever. This is pretty bad, but like this. Or would it look better if this is on the side and then everything, like everything here would be like left aligned? Can I do this real quick? How do I justify this text here? Is it in here? It's not auto layout. How the hell is this thing, all this stuff laid out? They're all laid out individually. Anyways, if this is all left aligned here. Oh, here we go. Maybe this button. Oh, that's not it. I think I have to go like inside each individual. Oh, that's not it either. What the hell? It's got to be here, no? Anyways. And then we have the elements kind of wrapping around a little bit. Oh, that looks really busy. That looks bad. I don't think that works. Yeah. What about changing the blue for the components versus the actual buttons in the hero so they stand out more? Maybe alternate black or other accent. Yeah. So 100%. Yeah, the colors are going to be different because it looks like it blends in too much. I 100% agree. I'm just playing around with the positioning first before I worry too much about colors. Just right now. But yeah, I think if we look at this text here, like this blue is different than our actual blue for all the components. We can take a look at our components. The blue is much brighter. It's basically like WEBFLOW blue, so there is a difference. But even with that, it's still blue. So I think these buttons, I am going to make them a different color. And yeah, probably, like just to simplify things, probably black or close to black. If I go to like something like this, and then this one will be, this is like the reverse. So I think, yeah, the background will probably be white, and then we'll just give it a stroke of, again, whatever that color is going to be. And then the color of the text is going to go from white to this neutral, right? Something like that. So that'll stand out more. But I think because we have pixel pieces here lined up in the middle, like with the title, I think this makes sense to have this thing centered and then have the components kind of line up like around it and do a little bit of a dance around it. If that makes sense. Right, so they're all kind of floating around. All right, maybe line things up a little bit. I think I'm actually probably have to spend a little bit more time really kind of working this thing through to make it look really nice, but a tooltip would be nice to have actual text here. Okay, well, you're too close. You are too close here, my friend. Oh. Yeah, line that up with the text. Actually, maybe even bring it in a little bit. Line it back up. Okay. Oh, this is a little rough. Total rough. But something like this. Hey. What's that? Draw? Yeah, it's right over. You're welcome. I think we might be onto something here. But it's just like putting the Legos together in a way that's going to make sense and that's going to look good. And maybe this might be too much, but one thing that is standing out a little bit much to me right now is that I think we need more things, like more components on here that are more based on like what you would see in a website. These are more things like what you would see like in an application, right? But I know why I pulled them down, because they're really small and they look pretty good because you kind of put little buttons and whatever laying around, so it looks kind of busy and it looks kind of neat. But I think having like a little bit of a small blog post kind of thing, or just even showcasing things of how they would look like if they were, on mobile or whatever. Like this doesn't have to be super. Well, I mean, it's obviously going to be accurate in terms of like you can actually get this from Pixel Pieces, but they don't have to be these grand scale, like huge views of each component, right? Okay, so barring the fact that this looks pretty awful, because it's not really, yeah, it's like this one. I don't know exactly how we can. It's actually kind of, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's not too bad. Then the trick is going to be how we're actually going to build this thing. So maybe we can just use it in a grid. Yeah, I'm just trying to think of how we can build this thing so that, because things are going to be offset here, where this is going to go, you know, maybe it's going to come higher than this hero section or what have you. So maybe we'll have to make things in a grid. And I think what I need to do is I need to actually, probably will spend time really designing something out here in Figma and then bring it into WebFlow. But I think something like this works. I don't know, Kevin Branch, are you guys still here? What do you think? Is this on the right track? And I would love the fact that you'd be able to like interact with these things when you're on, like when you're on the home page, right? So you'll have this whole section, build beautiful websites, and then of course then you'll have like kind of circling this whole thing, the components, and then it'll take control of your time, don't reinvent the wheel, and then there'll be a video here. And that video will be like a big video, really kind of how like Chris Do has his video on his future site, where it's just like me, you know, talking head or whatever, and then like you can learn about pixel pieces, right? And you can see it in action. I think that's good. And I think, yeah, let's see. So I like the Lego stacking. They could each have their own micro interaction or movement, like a mock hover effect. Yeah, exactly. Or toggle moving, or drop down opening and closing. Yeah, exactly. And also doing it in a way too that, you know, I could spend like days making like the most amazing interactions or whatever, but I think it's also like, okay, well, I just want to like simplify this thing a little bit here, and we don't have to go too crazy. We just have to make it look good enough that it's like, hey, this still looks, you know, professional or whatever, and just that it gets the point across, that it conveys the message to the person who's going to land on the page that like, hey, yeah, here are these components. You can kind of interact with them, and yeah, I would love to just be able to copy and paste this onto my website or whatever, right? So, so yeah. Okay, good. Yeah, I like it. We just gotta build it. Okay. Okay, so what's the next steps? I think what we'll do, let's go through all of our components. Well, do we need to go through the components? Well, yeah, I kind of want to see, we want to see which ones will look good. So we need more. Okay, let's write some stuff down. We need more like website components and not like application pieces. Right? I think that makes sense. So let me actually make this text a little bit bigger so you guys can see. So what do we want to throw in there? Can I lay? Okay, here's my layout issues. Now, why is this thing? Oh, here it is. It's just the text has to be left. There we go. Okay. We need more website components, not application components. So I want to put in like a sample blog excerpt, right? Just kind of one of those small blog posts with like a small image, description, metadata, whatever, right? So actually we'll just put like image, title, like just the standard stuff. You kind of see the date, author, and maybe a 2-line excerpt, maybe, and then like a button or like more, right? So we'll get that. What else is okay? I feel like a call to action section or component would be good, and that'll have kind of like, should it almost duplicate this? Maybe that's too much. Like if it's let's have a look. What do our call to action buttons look like right now? Maybe that might not look so bad. If we have something like this, did I hit view? Yeah, I did. Okay, if we have something like this, but again, we make this really much smaller, and forget about the image. We don't need to throw the image on there, but just something like that. Again, and people could hover over the buttons, and that'll be interactive. I think that might look good. Raheem, welcome to the stream. How you doing today? I got to figure out how to display the actual avatars on as a comment. Well, one of these days we'll figure it out. Anyways, thanks for joining. Okay, so we have a call to action. What else would be good to put in there? I think so. We definitely have like form elements. Form elements are really important because that's pretty good. So I like the drop down, and that could almost be a standalone one. And then we can also have, I want to have like checkboxes and radio. Checkbox and radio. So maybe we could have like a mock subscribe form. So it's like subscribe. Did I not spell that right? So it's a subscribe form where we can just have like your email address and like what are you interested in as like different checkboxes or whatever. And that could just maybe be one. So as in like one, like a checkbox or radio. So we don't need to necessarily have both, because I think it'll get the point across that it has like, oh, these nice looking buttons. Because if you look at our actual buttons on a form, I think they look pretty good. I think these look pretty cool. You know, they're just different, you know, right, from your regular stuff. Okay. So subscribe. Right. So we have input and checkbox and button, maybe. Okay. Sorry, let me put this maybe down here a little bit so we can see everything I'm writing. Oh, you guys can go down a little bit. Okay, so yeah, we have the kind of this drop down here, which looks good. Testimonial's nice. I like the team page. Navigation. Navigation. Oh, I gotta reset this thing. Some funky things going. Oh, some funky stuff is going on with this form. Oh, it got all switched up. Okay, well, there's some issues there. We'll have to fix one of these days. Okay, right, navigation. I don't know if a navigation element would look nice here. Maybe a small navigation. Navigation, and we'll have that like left aligned. Like with drop down, maybe. We'll question mark that one. Blog, call to action. Checkbox footer. Hero sections, yeah, it's a little bit tough because obviously they're a lot bigger. Progress bars, we got some radio stuff we'll have. Review, I think, yeah. Review and testimonial are kind of the same thing. A slider would be nice. Just because they look cool. Oh, excuse me. I think tags might look pretty cool too. Because I'm thinking of like tags, sliders, these little buttons and everything, toggles. They'll help fill up the little corners when we're putting the other components together, like especially the bigger ones. So that'll look really nice. Tooltip and user portal. Okay, I think we're good. Once we get these ones, especially with the sample blog post, I think it's going to look really good. We kind of have this accordion. I think that's going to look really good. And this might even be too much. So we'll have to kind of see what plays well and what looks good together. Excellent. Okay, perfect. So what I'm going to do is this weekend, I'm going to design. I'm going to design it in Figma. So I think I'm going to try to do the best job I've ever done within Figma to kind of build out this homepage layout. And then once that's done in Figma, it'll be pretty easy for me to just actually do it in WEBFLOW. And then on Monday, this will be live. This should be live. Or hold me accountable. If I don't have this live by Monday, then just, I don't know, just let me have it for sure. And hopefully, yeah. And then starting, I think, yeah, and then next week, we won't have the video done, but maybe we'll actually film that. Maybe we'll film it live as we're live streaming, which is kind of weird. But maybe we can do that because we got to get that video done. And then once we have that video on our homepage, maybe I can just go back. Yeah, so this will turn into a video, and then we'll have this nice new header section kind of done. Yeah, and then we'll be ready to do a product hunt release, which will be really, really cool. So let's have it in our mind. Let's set up our time frame to figure out product launch next week and launch it very soon. What date are we? So next Friday would be the 29th. So maybe, I think, is that Good Friday? I don't know when the whole Easter thing is. But maybe we'll try to figure out where it's not on the holiday and then launch it on whatever day makes the most sense. Yeah. So let's focus on that. I like that. That's a good plan. Okay. So Brent, Kevin, thanks so much for your help. I really appreciate it. So I'm going to keep plugging away using, definitely taking your advice here and fixing up those things and getting everything ready for this new homepage. And yeah, just stay tuned on the website because probably by Sunday, we will, launch the new page, which will look, I think, really good. So looking forward to it. All right, so I'm going to end it here today. I know it's a little bit earlier because it's only been an hour, but yeah, it is Friday, and I got a few things I need to do for some clients, which kind of sucks. But you know, clients pay the bills right now, so you kind of have to serve them, I guess. Until the time when Pixel Pieces can just pay all of our bills, then that would be great. But until then, we gotta do some client stuff. So, anyways. That's it for me for today. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you for all your support, all the likes and subscriptions. I really appreciate every single one of you. Thank you so much. And have yourself a fantastic weekend. And I'll be back here, as always, with a new stream on Monday. Until then, take it easy, and we'll see you then.